Hi Aries. I've been accused of being disconnected and a little bit quick this month. And I keep reiterating that it is Virgo season and we need to focus, but I don't think that it's coming across that I also need to focus because I can't seem to do more than one thing at a time. People have mentioned that I haven't been messing with my hair. It's because I can't lose focus. I have to do the thing that I'm doing and I have to do it well, or else I'm falling out of the flow. So I'm not disconnected and I'm certainly not trying to rush. It's just that Mars has gone direct. And with such heavy Aries placements, I've been waiting, as have all of you, which brings us to your September reading. Welcome. I'm sorry if you thought you would have to wait longer. Hopefully it is a pleasant surprise. Welcome back to the revolution. Your cards are taking their time to talk, and maybe that gives us a little time to talk as well. Last month's reading was awesome. If you're feeling like you're climbing out of the well or you're still on your way out, congrats, keep going. If you've made it out, now what do? Here we are. Mars goes direct. Run. Run as far from that well as you can. Run away from anyone who was in there who has managed to get out. Doesn't matter. No loyalties. Run. It's about you. Make it about you. It's not about anyone else. Everyone has to focus, right? You got to focus on you. Focus on you. That's what I mean by run. 7 of Swords. Run. There's stuff that by the full moon, by the time the end of the month where the full moon is in your sign, there's just stuff coming out every which way. This person was lying. That person was lying. Your head is spinning from the amount of stuff you're going to be finding out. So just now is the time. If you feel like you've extricated yourself from the different toxic situations that you were in, run. Don't look back. Block. Erase. Delete photos. All the things. Do all of it. Because all you're going to be finding out is more stuff that's going to make you be like, oh, I should have gotten rid of this sooner. Bottom of the deck, Justice and the Wheel of Fortune. And the 3 cards that fell out are Queen of Swords, the Chariot, and the 10 of Swords. So if this has to do with an air sign or a Cancer, or both, ooh, Aries. If you are having your feelings hurt right now, just be aware that your destiny is playing a big part in it. When people can tell that your fate is making your way, that the road is being paved for you, they have a tendency to get upset. They have a tendency to talk behind your back, say things that'll hurt your feelings, lie to you. 10 of Swords. If you're feeling that drain from eclipse season, retrograde season, Mars being retrograde for so long, you just, if you are coming out of that feeling 10 of Swords, nobody can blame you. It's totally fine. Like I said, if you've made it out of the well, the tendency or the natural tendency would be to lay down right there and rest because you made it out. Whoo, whoosh, all done. Nah, bro, you got to get up and run. I know you're relieved that you're out, but that's not enough because you can definitely get sucked back in. And the Wheel of Fortune and the Justice card coming in to assure, as it has for most signs so far, that Libra season is going to be even more lit. It starts in Virgo season, begins to culminate in a very fancy way at the end of September. You've got so much going on by the end of September that if you're feeling in any way bored or tired right now, rest. Rest in your mind, but also run from everyone that makes you feel like the Ten of Swords. Rest and run. And your running is a form of rest, I have to say. Run away. You need direction, right? To run away, to run towards things. Run away from the people that make you feel bad. Run away from this Queen of Swords energy, super harsh air energy. The Devil, Queen of Cups. So if you are dealing with a Capricorn, also representative of Saturn going direct in that grand Earth trine in Capricorn, or here is that Queen of Cups, that Cancerian card again, man. That Cancer energy is like a, what's it called? Like a vice, you know? Sometimes when a Cancer wants your energy, it's like that scene in Casino where they put that guy's head in a vice. Sorry, that's so graphic, but you know that video? That part? You could YouTube it, where they put that dude's head in a vice and then they squeeze it. That's how it can be if a Cancer wants your attention and they're not getting it. It can drive you absolutely crazy where you feel like bashing your own head in because you just want to get away from them. So if you're feeling that needy drain from a Cancer in your life and that's what's giving you the Ten of Swords energy, I sympathize with you. But you really will find yourself quickly letting go of a lot. A card of speed. A card of speed. Yes, we made it out of the well. Now it's time to run, not rest. Run. What are we running towards? Use your instincts. I don't trust my instincts anymore. I've been in the well too long. That's nonsense. Don't talk like that. Your instincts are the finest in the zodiac. Do not talk like that. But what if somebody really broke me down and made me feel really, really bad and then treated me like they were the only ones that could fix me after what they did? Right? Beat the hell out of him and then run him a bath? What if that's what's going on? Listen, it doesn't matter how big Little Lies it's gotten. The point is still, it's time to run. Caffeine infused, perhaps. Perhaps it's caffeine infused. Regardless. And where are we running towards? What are we running towards? Can't even talk and shuffle at the same time. Yo, Virgo season, man. We're running towards ourselves. What we've wanted for a long time. As the opportunities present themselves, we may even find it a bit scary to say to people, I was hoping that might happen. I really was wishing that would happen. I really, really was hoping and wishing that I could have that. That thing would mean the world to me. And if you don't feel like telling anybody that your dreams are coming true, don't. Like I said, run. It's lonely at the top. Nobody understands that better than an Aries. Live it now. Live your truth. Walk the walk now. It is lonely at the top. You're heading for the top very, very quickly. Get used to being lonely. Stop dragging people along who aren't worth the effort and are just slowing you down. We talked about it in different ways, but now let's get super real about it. Why are we always trying to drag somebody up there with us? Is it enough to have the world if you have to have it alone? Is that the question? Is that what Saturn wants to know from us? If Saturn takes from you that which you think you need most, and if Chiron is there to teach you through your wounds and your pains how to be a better you, and the moon is there to illuminate that which you don't want to look at in the full light of the full moon, then can you see what the end of the month is shaping up to be? You will get what you want, but only what you really, really, really want. Whoa, deja vu. Nice. Very nice. Now I'm pulling cards for the extended. And I'm going to show you all of these in just a moment. It's funny, once I explained why I wasn't connecting as much this month, it made it easier. And I think that says a lot about Virgo season. They don't say how they feel, and if they did, they would feel so much better. So when I say run, I mean it. Virgos end up exploding and saying too much. Don't do that. Don't take that bait. People are going to expect you to blow up at them as a way to get you back into their manipulative games. We've gone over this before. That's what I mean. No more. No more getting roped in. Not one more time. Didn't crawl out of the well using every bit of upper body strength, you know, Bane style, just to get dragged back in. No way. I'm wondering why these cards are reticent, why they aren't so open to talking right now. And I think it's because you have so much to do now, and it's been expressed in these huge major arcana ways here, that it's like the cards don't want to stress you. Like, that's enough, you know? That's more than enough. 5 of Swords, High Priestess. So when this stuff starts to come out during the full moon and all through the month, where you're just like finding things out and you're like, oh my God, that happened too, and that happened, and this person was saying what, and why would they even do that, and why would, wait, what? Don't take the bait. Don't keep it to yourself and then explode a la Virgo season. Keep to yourself. Both the cards of deceit are out. You see that? Keep to yourself. Especially when it comes to either a Cancer or an air sign that's trying to bait you. All right, let me show you these, and then we'll pull some more for the extended as well. I'll be right back. Hi. So Aries, take a look at your cards. As you can see, by the time we get to the Aries full moon at the end of the month, so much has happened. Of course, when Chiron is in your sign, even the best stuff can seem painful. Painful stuff turns out usually to be the best stuff. So it's a little counterintuitive. And when your intuition is your strongest quality, being stuck in a counterintuitive time because you have certain planetary placements, that's hard. So you may be saying, okay, you said run, but all I'm doing is running in circles. So to avoid getting to the full moon and still feel like you're running in circles, let's define clearly what it is that you need to run away from and what you need to run towards. What you need to run away from is anyone who is draining you. This is all about you. And when you make things all about you, you know what people have a tendency to do? Get in their feelings. So, why the 7 of Swords first then? I think that there is a level of betrayal that comes with people who disproportionately want your time. Like, you have to construct a story or some sort of guilt dynamic or something to get more from a person than is fair or just or that they want to give you. Most people have no problem interacting with others, exchanging energy with others. So when you're at a point where you really feel like you're being super drained, I think you can take it for granted that that person is in one way or another manipulating you,
which is what's making you feel so drained. Because if they weren't manipulating you, would you actually let it get to this point of the Ten of Swords where you feel completely depleted and mistreated, taken for granted, like you've had vampires at you, right? I think at the beginning of the month, you already start to see where that's happening. You probably already see it already. So Mercury's direct, but it's not quite there where it was when it went backwards. And this is always a funny time for me. Just deal with me. It'll be over in a few days. You already feel it. You may not be able to articulate it yet, but you feel it. So prepare yourself. By the time we get to the full moon, you will have already, and Mars is going direct, right? Mars is going direct. Saturn is going direct. Mars is already direct. Saturn is going direct. You have Jupiter going direct. By the time we get to the full moon, the pain, the realization, the having to cut people off who are just parasitic and draining you, who are using all sorts of mind games and lies to get to you, all of that will have been exposed and come to an end. When the moon is full in your sign, you will feel great. But like I said, when you have Chiron in your sign, the great stuff is painful and the painful stuff is great. So take that for what it's worth. It is all bittersweet when Chiron is around. But bittersweet's kind of dope, if you ask me. My favorite genre of film is also noir. So maybe don't ask me. Now, let's look up here, Wheel of Fortune, Justice. Let's not overlook these major arcana just because the Seven of Swords is sitting here. So, major arcana guidance, Wheel of Fortune, Justice. What's this about? You're driving down a dark road. There is a lit up sign. And it is telling you, keep going. The road bends in your favor. The road ahead looks great. You come out of a time where you feel that people are deceitful. You come out of a time where you feel that, what's happening around you just isn't right. You feel like people are taking from you. Taking you for granted, sure, but this can also be financial. This can be feeling like you're shouldering the burden of many, and that in some ways you may also be experiencing where you're enabling people. The Chariot, the Cancer card, is definitely about enabling people. So you may be feeling guilty about the Seven of Swords as well, because of course you do acknowledge that people are taking from you and you can't really stomach it anymore, but you also have to acknowledge why they've been taking from you, which is because you let them, right? And you keep, letting them. And this path of least resistance when it comes to parasites is not really working very well. So let's start with not enabling the people that are just taking your energy. And even if they're adding something back into your life, it's in no way comparable. Leaving all of that behind, we move into the road bends in your favor. And then it continues to bend in your favor in Libra season. Libra season is like a weight sitting there on the other end, pulling everything towards it. Things are going to get good in Virgo season. They're going to get even better in Libra season. But we have some house cleaning to do, which is a constant with Chiron. So, it's like having to clean your house top to bottom every few days. At least once a month, which is great and necessary and a great thing to do, but I don't think we would do it unless we had to, and Chiron keeps putting us in situations where we have to do this emotional house cleaning over and over and over again. So another way you can look at this, and we'll do this more in the extended, is how fate and destiny now works into what's going on. there are things that are coming up now that are fated, and you're meant to have the planets pass over it over and over again until you get it. And we're about to hit one of those points again where the pass over happens, and you will feel in this strange, almost like romantic way, that things that were always meant to be are starting to happen. You'll have weird moments of deja vu. You'll have dreams of things that are going to happen. As Mars goes direct, picks up speed, gets back to where it was, I think around the 11th of September, you will start to roar. As you should. So which direction does one run in? Well, I said towards yourself, but towards yourself is all about facing the truth about yourself. Once you've come to terms with how these people even got in your lives or how these dynamics were even created, then you can be at peace with all of it. But Aries, as long as you are blaming others for what is happening, you're going to be unhappy. You're going to be unhappy because they're never going to do exactly what you want them to do. They're never going to say it the way you want them to say it, and they're never going to admit it the way you want them to admit it. And you're going to be unhappy. You're putting your happiness in somebody else's hands when you do that. And that's part of what Chiron in your sign is going to teach you over and over and over again. Listen, for me, it's Mars and Venus. Chiron's teaching me how to do things and how to love. Ugh, what else is there? Really? So I feel it, and I'm with you. And no, it's not the best thing, but I'll tell you what, after you get into the habit of doing the emotional house cleansing over and over again, you become sort of bulletproof. More and more bulletproof. But really internally soft and knowing at the same time. It's kind of cool what's happening because I'm not sure why I cut off there. In a lot of ways, Aries is going to learn the big lessons now and come out highly refined, very much more intuitive than we were. Everything comes to the forefront, one by one, by one, by one. Thank God it's only one by one. But there is a sense here of you're only being given what you can handle. Your productivity is being looked at the end of the month as well. So far for the extended, we have the Strength card. A big part of realizing where we're enabling others is we also realize where we're enabling ourselves. That's also what the High Priestess is about. So you, in one way, are peeling away armor that doesn't work and replacing it with something that's just like way more effective, way more mobile, affords you more mobility. Remember in Batman, he's like, I need to be able to turn my head when he's talking to Alfred about the suit. And then he needs something that's going to protect him from dogs, all that. So like, we're getting a new bat suit, you know? But like, creating that bat suit takes a lot of time and a lot of different trials, and you have to get into stuff and really work at perfecting it, but it's quite a suit. And the process is for surezies not the most pleasant, but when is venturing out of your comfort zone ever comfortable? Who cares if it's comfortable? Is the top of a mountain comfortable? I don't know, Aries, you tell me. I'm guessing no. This is exactly the kind of pursuit that you guys get interested in. Get interested in your spiritual awakening and your intuitive awakening, in the transformation that is happening to you right now, which will leave you so much psychically stronger than you are. Embrace the Chiron lessons. Embrace the full moon. Let it ride. Follow your instincts. Take no shit from nobody. I feel like the cards for the extended are kind of like, yeah, but are you done explaining what needs to be? Yeah, let's stop there. And then what we'll do is we'll do bottom of the deck. God, this earth sign though, what is it? What is it with this? I'm sorry, I sound so annoyed right now. I just didn't anticipate this because we've been so good. We've gotten so lucky that I didn't think right at the end where I had like literally just gotten frustrated and tired. Like, okay, cards, that's fine then. Yeah, ora. For real, acha? Ugh, well, look at it in the extended. I cannot. And these as well. And then we do this fun thing where we do like bottom of the deck and we go pretty far down. It's super fun. It's like a story. You know, I like to keep things, you know, change them up, keep them fun. So, and now I'm going to do the extended. Loves yous, guys. I'll see you in the extended and in the Aries Taurus cusp video, which I'm going to do after I put up the normal signs. Not the normal signs, but you know what I mean, the traditional signs. And those cusp videos and the extendeds will be on Vimeo. So the links to that will be below. And also there will be a PayPal link too. There are tickets still on sale for New York, which is this Sunday, the 2nd. There's also something I'm doing with my dermatologist here in the city at Union Square. They're written up in like every magazine. You can look them up on the Evite. That invitation event flyer is also in the description below, and that's going to be like 5 people at a time and me doing like one-on-one horoscope stuff while we're at this derm's office and getting like peels. It's super cool. It's fun. They're super nice. I love working with them, so check that out if you're interested. That's on the 15th of September here in New York City at Union Square. And tickets are still on sale for Toronto. That's on the 7th of September. Stay tuned for the location. Sorry, I'm a little behind. And everything else will be in the info box. Okay? This is good. I can't. I love you so much. See you in October.